In the beginning, she thought it was the weirdest favor she'd ever been asked. Even though she wanted to stay in the waiting room, she knew that the person in the scrubs knew best. While she was stunned by this secret being withheld from her, she wondered what it was. Life wasn't so easy for a woman named Jennifer Harris. After she divorced her husband, she moved to the other coast in California. But life would be unending stress. But she knew that it was only a fraction of what her 5-year-old daughter was going through. She was battling every day. Everyone knows and can sympathize when they hear the word leukemia. It was a nasty fate that no one deserved. But no one who hadn't had it could understand truly what they were going through. But Jennifer's family didn't understand when she told them she was taking Angela out of the hospital she was being cared for in. You see, Jennifer had just gotten a dream job that she couldn't say no to. After getting this job, she'd earn enough money to give Angela a better chance at being treated. And there was a so-called amazing hospital nearby. Jennifer had hope. But would it last? When they first arrived for Angela's appointment at the new hospital, Jennifer could feel a knot form in her chest. She was nervous, but her mood changed when she saw the tall oncologist walking through the door with a gleaming smile. The appointment went to plan, but in the end, something unexpected happened. Jennifer was asked to leave the room so he could talk to Angela. Never before had a doctor asked her to leave her daughter alone with them. Why would she go? Was there really a good reason? But after consideration, Jennifer finally agreed. But she felt bad when she saw Angela emerge from the room. Angela normally left their appointments drained of energy and looking sad after speaking of her situation. But Jennifer noted that she was different. Angela looked down at her feet while her eyes looked around the room intently. It was like she was bursting with energy. Jennifer demanded to know what was going on. Jennifer needed to figure out why her daughter was different. What had the doctor done? The doctor looked at her and smiled. She's a strong young lady. You don't have to worry, Mom. Everyone else accepted what the doctor had to say, but Jennifer felt her motherly intuition kick in. She needed to find out what happened. She devised a plan. The next time, she decided to hide a camera in the room and then leave when he asked her to. Like clockwork, he asked her to leave them alone when the appointment was almost over. When she got the footage, she was trembling, but what she saw would leave her in disbelief. After talking with her daughter for a few minutes, he did something unexpected. He smiled the entire time and then broke into dance right in the middle of the room. She couldn't believe it. But the way Angela reacted would have her in tears. The movements were small but clear. Angela was trying to move like the doctor. She flicked her hands as he did and slid her feet back and forth as she did a perfect moonwalk. The smile that grew across her face made Jennifer want to break down and cry. Suddenly, a nurse came up and patted her on the shoulder. Jennifer wanted nothing more than her daughter to be happy and healthy. She did everything she could to raise her spirits, but in truth, she was just as burnt out as Angela. The nurse smiled as she watched the video. "Oh, I love that one," she said, pointing as he did an impressive spin. It turns out the doctor had a secret weapon. He knew firsthand how parents couldn't always muster the strength to be bubbly and cheerful every single moment of every day. He knew appointments were tough, so he would, without fail, block out a little time at the end of each visit to have a moment of levity, just him and the patient. Jennifer burst into tears as he appeared in the waiting room. It might not seem like much to outside eyes, but his actions meant the world. It's no secret that a positive attitude, including laughter, was vital to recovery. Jennifer felt a swell of gratitude as she saw a tiny smile on Angela's face. She thanked him over and over again, but once again, his actions surprised her. "No worries, Mom," he said with such humility. They talked for a while about his attitudes towards recovery and the fight against cancer. All the while, Angela slowly tried to mimic that day's dance. The life seemed to pour out of her like never before. There was no doubt she would win this battle.